Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and I stress another video because this is my third of the day, but this one was completely unplanned for, considering the fact that we're only making it because I was about to go for a run, checking my phone, scrolling Twitter, and I saw someone tweet one of the most egregious things I have ever seen on that goddamn app. It was the NHL Network's top 20 list, and it was their tweet saying that they gave Adam Fox the number 8 spot on their top 20. If you know me, even though I'm a New York Islanders fan, I have defended Adam Fox like tooth and nail on this page, on my Instagram, on my TikTok for like 3 years running. He's still my number 2 defenseman in the NHL, but I understand if you have Quinn Hughes number 3, you can maybe put him number 4, put Roman Josi ahead of him, but I think like 8th is absolutely blasphemous. So we're going to react to this. I've only seen that tweet, and then I went to their page to see how they did it, and they tweeted each one out like 2 minutes apart. So I saw who was at number 1, and then I scrolled all the way down to number 20 without seeing who's in between that. So I only know number 20, I only know number 8, and I only know number 1. I'm sweating balls right now again, fresh out of the shower after I went for a run. So we are going to go through this right now. Let me pull it up. Moritz Seider's number 20. A little bit of a controversial pick. Some people love him, considering the fact that he carries kind of a bad Detroit Red Wings defense core. He plays like the toughest minutes in the entire league, so his defensive metrics are pretty shit. I can see this. I'm called the Red Wings hater. I'm not going to hate him on this one. I assume that there's going to be far worse. Well, I know that there's far worse. So Moritz Seider would be top 30 for me for sure. Would I have him number 20? Debatable. I think that he's going to have a bit of a solid year. I think I'd have him like 54 points on the projection. Dougie Hamilton, 19. If I knew what kind of Dougie Hamilton I was getting after his injury last year, if Dougie Hamilton, we have 2023 Dougie Hamilton, he's a legit top 10 defenseman. But I'm not going to kill them, given the uncertainty, given how injury-prone he has been. I'm not going to kill them on a Dougie Hamilton 19. I'm not going to kill him. Noah Hanifin. That is surprising. Noah Hanifin, solid top pair offensive defenseman, 18, ahead of a Dougie Hamilton, ahead of a Moritz Seider, ahead of, I'm sure, other people that aren't even on this list. That's ridiculous. Maybe he will seize the number 1 defensemanship on the Vegas Golden Knights. I think Shea Theodore's better. Him and Pietrangelo is a little bit of a toss-up. But that's interesting. 18 for a guy that's regarded as a number 2 on an actual playoff team contender. Drew Doughty, 17. I think I might actually move Drew Doughty up some spots. He can still chow down 26 minutes and actually had fantastic results this season as well as 50 points. So I'm actually pretty high on Drew Doughty. He would probably be between 11 through 15 for me. But again, not horrible, not horrible. Only Hanifin really stands out as bad right now. Matthias Ekholm, valid, dude. I mean, Evan Bouchard broke out, but a lot of it had to do with the fact that him and Ekholm by far were the best, at least in the regular season, by far the best pair in the NHL. Their expected goals percentage, their goals percentage, it was amazing. They single-handedly carried the entire Edmonton Oilers defense corps. So as a result, I don't hate Ekholm at number 16. He only had, I think 45 points, but basically all of them were even strength. He was top 10 in even strength points. Matthias Ekholm's a stud. Let's wipe all this sweat, Jesus. Noah Dobson at 15, valid. Some of my Islanders fans are very high on him, considering the fact that he did have 70 points. But I think that he is probably somewhere between 13th through 17th until he kind of cleans up maybe some of his defensive deficiencies. But still, an absolutely fantastic offensive defenseman. This is fine. But again, I'm waiting for the egregiousness. I'm a little bit higher on Zach Werenski. I have him 11th or 12th, I think. He cracked my top 50. We had 57 points in 70 games this year on a dog shit Columbus Blue Jackets team. You probably heard me say that fucking every video I talk about him. But yeah, I'm higher. Slavin I would have higher as well. I know that he's not the most glamorous offensive defenseman, but every single year he is a top 3. He's either the best or a top 3 defensive defenseman in the NHL. So I would personally move up Jacob Slavin, but it's good that they're giving him some respect. Josh Morrissey at 12. I don't think there's 11 better defensemen than Josh Morrissey, considering the fact that this guy had 76 points in 2023, 69 last year. And this year he was very solid defensively. So this one I got to disagree with. I think Josh Morrissey at this point is probably between 6 through 9, given his 2-year track record. I didn't fully believe the hype after last year, but once he backed it up yet again with a fantastic season, you got to have him top 10 for me. Rasmus Dahlin at 11. Who is in this top 10? If Dahlin's getting squeezed out after having 73 points in 2023, this year, another solid season of 59 when the entire Buffalo Sabres offense kind of fell apart. He had 20 goals. There's going to be some interesting ads, I think. Devontae's in the big 2-4, top 10, ahead of Dahlin and Morrissey. Devontae's fell off a bit this year. Still an elite top pair guy, but it is not 2022 anymore. It is not. And he is like 29, 30 years old. It's not like he's just like had it down here. It's potential that he is aging. So that I don't like that much. I'm going to be honest. Evan Bouchard, 9. I would maybe move him up a couple spots. Not quite top 5 for me. Not quite top 6. 9 is fine, considering the season that he had this year. And it wasn't just this year. Once Tyson Berry got traded at the 2023 deadline and in the playoffs, he was also fantastic. This one, though, dude, again, it just doesn't make sense. I either threw up my quote tweet at the start of the video or I'll throw it up now. Adam Fox won the Norris in 2021, 5th in 2022, 2nd in 2023, and 4th this year despite missing 10 freaking games. That's just so egregious. Like, I don't get it. Like, even he had 73 points. And if he had one down year after those 3 years before that, maybe I could buy it. But again, he had 73 points in 72 games this year while being fantastic yet again defensively. There's just no defending that. There is just absolutely no defending that. Charlie McAvoy ahead of Adam Fox. I'm sorry. That's just bad. That's just a bad. I like Charlie McAvoy. Charlie McAvoy is a top 7 defenseman. Don't get me wrong. But he's not better than Adam Fox. Who else is... I didn't really think about Gustav Forsling. If you asked me where he was on this list after the first 10, I would have said he was off it. That's recency bias. That is... like, this year, you could make an argument that he was the 6th best... dude, but even still, the dude has not had like more than 40 points in a season. He's great defensively. But can we pump the fucking brakes on Gustav Forsling, man? He was amazing in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but Jesus, that is insane. Miro Heiskanen 5th. That's kind of whatever. He's my number 4, I think, at this point. They got that right. Who's even left? I think Yossi, Makar, Hughes, and Hedman. They're going to put Hedman top 4. Oh, ahead of Adam Fox. Yossi at number... Dude, again, like, I already know that number 3 is going to be Victor Hedman. Yossi is either the 4th or 5th best defenseman. They got this right. Still a stud. Victor Hedman at fucking 3rd in summer of 2024 is egregious. Again, still a beast offensively, but back-to-back seasons of absolute shit defensive metrics. After 1 year, after last offseason, I thought it was a fluke. He's just not the same player. And even when you watch him, he's not the same player. That's just horrible. That's just such ass, man. The reputation that he has garnered, and he has garnered a fantastic reputation, and it was justified, considering from 2017 up until like 2020, he was the best defenseman in the NHL, but he's just been coasting on that, man. Meanwhile, Yossi still is extremely elite. Quinn Hughes, number 2. Again, not going to kill them for that. Even if they did have Adam Fox, number 3, I'd be like, that's fine. He was great this year. He was the best defenseman this year. And then Mr. Cale Makar at number 1. That would have been nuts if they went like, this Quinn Hughes is the new number 1 defenseman in the entire NHL. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I'll be back in 1 second and think about the guys that they snubbed. Okay, I'm back with my snubs. I went through Quad Hockey real quick to see who they snubbed. Erik Karlsson went from winning the Norris last year to now they don't even have him as a top 20 defenseman. I understand that he wasn't that good in Pittsburgh this year, but still had very good underlying numbers, especially offensively, and wasn't a total black hole defensively. He's playing with Pettersson. They also snubbed, where is he? Vince Dunn. I'm very high on Vince Dunn. I think he's a top 20 defenseman. Was in the mid-60s last year, got hurt this year, had 46 points in 59 games. They also snubbed, where is he? I had one more. Did I say John Carlson? 52 points this year. Was a bit of a down year, but I think given his track record, I would have had him over some of those guys. And then lastly, there was one more. There was one more that I wanted to show some love to. Oh yeah, I would have Jake Sanderson probably ahead of Mort Seider and Noah Hannafin. I think this year he's going to prove to a lot of people that he is a legit top 20 defenseman. Let me know in the comments. Did I miss anybody else in my honorable mentions? Probably I am forgetting another name or two. That list is interesting. I think that they got like 75-ish% of it correct, but the misses were so fucking bad that it just makes the list like absolutely reek. Adam Fox at 8, Hannafin at 18, Hedman at 3, just Forsling at 6, Devontae's at 10. Yeah, those are clear misses. The rest was okay, but let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? I'll be seeing you in the next one.